Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is very hot here today, so I do have to have the door open to get a bit of a breeze, but that does mean we probably will get some street noise and you may be able to hear a pond going outside. If you can, I'm very sorry, but it's either that or air conditioning, so I'm trying to pick the lesser of two evils. In today's video, I'm going to do a haul. I have been sort of a bad girl and gone shopping again. And I really like these types of videos where people just sort of sit down and share what they purchased from places. So I figured, what the hell, I'm going to film it to slightly justify it that I needed content. And I went to two places essentially. So I went to Priceline, which is a pharmacy here in Australia. You can find everywhere in Australia and also online. And I also went to Chemist Warehouse, which is a cheaper pharmacy. So if you do live in Australia and if you have never gone into Chemist Warehouse or never shopped online, I highly recommend you check them out if you are looking for cosmetics. So before you go to somewhere like Priceline or Kmart or Target or something like that to buy Rimmel, Revlon, L'Oreal, Nude by Nature, I believe there might be another one, Sally Hansen, those kind of brands, before you go and buy them anywhere else, do yourself and your wallet and your budget a favor and have a look at Chemist Warehouse, because they almost always have sales on their cosmetics and they make them really affordable. So they usually bring down the prices by 40 to 50% and you can just save a lot of money. So that is my tip for you if you do live in Australia and you are either near a Chemist Warehouse or you have the ability to ship it to you. Just save yourself the money. Like some of these foundations, like one of the foundations that I picked up, had I got it on Priceline or anywhere else full price, it would have been $25, but I paid $13 or $14 for it. So you see what I mean? You can save a lot of money with your makeup and cosmetics and just general things like vitamins and, you know, like if you drink the weight loss powders and things like that, hair, shampoo, deodorants, toiletries, even washing powders, things like that. So if you haven't looked at Chemist Warehouse, I do highly recommend that you do. This is not sponsored, I'm just passionate. So without any further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into the haul and I'm going to start with what I got from Priceline. I didn't actually get that much, but the things from Chemist Warehouse was over 1 or 2 trips, so I didn't just get it all in one go. So what I got in Priceline is I actually picked up 2 nail polishes from the brand Model's Own. This is a newly released brand in Australia. I know it's very common and popular and well known in Europe, mainly like the UK, but we've only just got it here in Australia and it is still, it can be quite expensive even though it is supposed to be more affordable. But I just picked up 2 of their nail polishes because they were recently on sale in Priceline and I think I got them for $7 or $6 a bottle. So I got the metallic-y ones. This one is in the shade Chrome Copper. So as you can tell by the bottle, it's very reflective, so it's kind of hard to actually show you. But that is what the bottle looks like there. I did actually have this on my nails when I did the Nude by Nature haul and first impression. So if you want to see what it looks like on nails, have a look at that video. But just to show you, like it's really hard to tell you on the brush or to show you on the brush, but you can sort of see what it looks like there. 1 to 2 coats and this is fully opaque. I quite like it so far, but it does peel off. So if you catch it on the edges, it will peel the whole nail off. So you really need to make sure you're using a decent top coat. And the other one that I picked up is Chrome Silver, which is just the silver version. I find I need a lot more layers of this one to get it opaque, and that is it there. So you need a lot more layers to get that one opaque, and it bubbles really bad. So if you don't want any bubbles, you have to wait quite a while between doing coats so it doesn't get any air bubbles trapped. I don't really have the patience for that. The other thing that I picked up was I kind of, well, the last sort of group of things, I hit up the Essence stand. I really like Essence. It is actually one of the few items that come across the ocean to us here in Australia and maintains a decent price tag. So I went down and checked out their new stand and I was surprised to see that Essence actually now carry the chrome, reflective metallic nail powders. So normally you can only get these done in salons, but they are becoming so popular now that a lot of the mainstream brands are trying to bring them in, and they don't do them very well most of the time. But I got this one because a couple of weeks before this, I actually found the silver one and I really liked it. I really fell in love with it. So I wanted to go out and get a few more of the colors. So I ended up picking up the shade Be My Little Mermaid, which is this one. It is actually the one that is on my nails now. Don't judge it really by my nails because I have been bashing them about a little bit. But that is what's on my nails there with a black base coat. And the other shade that I picked up is Me and My Unicorn. So they do have a yellowy one as well, but I haven't picked that one up yet. It really depends on the base coat, and that will actually depend on the color that you get back. So for the silver one, for example, a clear base, and you'll get a silver reflective shine, which is very, very reflective. This one, as I said, has a black base underneath it. If you have a clear base with the greenish color, you don't get sort of the same pigment. It's very, very light. It's almost non-seeable, distinguishable, visible. Anyway, you almost can't see it on your nails. If with the purpley one here, if you put on a black base coat, you will get more of the blue undertones, but if you put on a red or purple base coat, you will get more of the purple undertones. So I haven't really experimented with all different colors. Like this one, for example, I'd be really interested to see what happens if you put like a blue base coat underneath it. And the silver one, as I said, is a clear base coat and you get it really reflect. So that one would be really interesting to see on a white base coat or even the black base coat to see what you get back. But I really, really like these. I actually want to do a blog post on them when I get back into blogging. The other thing that I picked up is the top coat to those powders that Essence sells. Now, I personally don't think you need this specific top coat in order to get the actual like effect. So essentially, I didn't actually really explain the powder. So essentially you put on the coat of the color and then you let it dry. I found in the instructions they said to let it dry only for about 30 to 45 seconds. I actually found the drier the base coat was, the better you got with the powders, the better reaction you got with them. So I let my base coat dry completely, and then I either use just a finger or a little brush. I've actually been using the little teeny tiny double-ended brush that came in the Nude by Nature eyeshadow kit, I think. And all I do is just scoop a little bit of the pigment out, put it on top of the nail, and then just rub it in. And then that's how you actually get the reflective, like that's how you get the effect. Then they say to top it off with this top coat. I, as I said, don't think you actually need this top coat. I think any top coat will do the job. Basically, all the top coat does is make, like, get rid of a little bit of the powdery look and make it more shiny and reflective. So I kind of found any top coat. I tried it with this one, the Sally Hansen top coat in the green bottle, and it worked perfectly. So I don't think you need this one, but if you are picking them up and they do have it in stock, you may as well pick it up as well if you don't have another top coat. And I also did pick up the Essence eyeliner pen in waterproof because my eyeliner was running out. So I picked up one of those. It's just a felt tip liner. I have had it before, I think, and I have heard people talk about it, and it's a good eyeliner. So I got that too. The other thing that I picked up is just a clear nail polish out of their nail polish range. I don't think this has a name. Oh, just Absolute Pure, because this is literally just a clear nail polish. I picked that one up so I had a clear nail polish for the silver one. And I really like their nail polishes. Their range, Essence the Gel, I really, really like these polishes. I have quite a few of them and they are very, very pigmented. You don't need to do a lot of coats to get any color payoff. You actually just need like 1 or 2 coats and you're good to go. They last really well on my nails. They don't chip or flake. They don't bubble. They're very, very good. And they're only like $3, $3.95, something like that. So I picked up one of those, and then because I was on a bit of a nail trip, I also picked up a Essence nail file. So this is the banana file. And essentially it is, one side is to shape, so it's much more gritty, and then the other side is a little bit softer, so it's for like the buffing and the shaping. So that is everything that I picked up from Priceline, and now I will get into what I got from Chemist Warehouse. Like, I wasn't kidding. The first thing that I got from Chemist Warehouse is the L'Oreal Colorista Paint Hair Dye, and this is in the shade Blue Black. I really like dyeing my own hair at home. I like doing all those beauty things at home, saves money, it's a bit of fun. I have already actually used this, so the box is empty. And as you can see, I didn't do it perfectly. I have missed a little bit here, so it's a little bit more brown. But that's fine, I don't care. It's a box dye at home job. But you can sort of see what the color looks like. I naturally have very, very dark hair anyway, so it doesn't really come off bluey black on my hair. But you can see on the back of the box there, they give you like an indicator for what shades will do with this dye. And I mean, I really like it, but it is not very blue. I suppose sometimes when I'm in the sun it does look a bit more blue. The next time I dye my hair, I'm actually going to purchase a color intensifier. So online, basically from where hairdressers buy their hair dye stuff, you can get what is a color intensifier. So when you're actually mixing the two compartments together, so what's normally the color and the cream, and you're mixing it in your little bowl ready to put it on your hair, you can add some of the color intensifier and it does exactly what you think it does. It will bring out more of one tone. So I probably will try it again just before I go on holidays, and I will add in some of the blue color intensifier to try and bring out a little bit more of the blue. So I will let you know if that is a fail. The next thing I got, because I knew I was going to be dyeing my hair, is some more shampoo made for coloured hair. And this is the Garnier Fructis Colour Last. I don't mind any shampoo, really. I'm actually quite lucky. My hair can take a lot of punishment. So I picked these up. These are paraben free, and for colour treated hair, colour vibrancy is protected for longer. And these were only like $2 something a bottle. So they were really affordable. And again, if you have not used Chemist Warehouse to get your toiletries or really anything in your bathroom, you really should have a look at it, because I'm guaranteed you're going to save some money. Then I picked up something that I'm very excited about. This is the 1000 Hour Eyelash and Eyebrow Tinting Kit. I have done a video in the past where I used men's beard dye to dye my eyebrows, so I will link that somewhere. And it worked out really well. But I wanted to give this a go specifically because it says you can do it for your eyelashes, and I have really bad lashes, guys. Like, my lashes are very short, they're very thin, they do not have any volume, and they don't have any length. So when I'm putting anything like mascara or something on them, they just don't do much. They don't like to be curled, like they do not hold a curl. It doesn't matter. I have a Shu Uemura eyelash curler, I have a Revlon curler, like it doesn't matter the brand. My eyelashes just don't take it. So I want to really give something like this a go to see if I can tint them a little bit darker so they look a little bit better and might look a little bit thicker. Now I will record a video of this so you will know if it works very soon. In order to go along with that, I picked up some disposable mascara wands. So there is nothing particularly beautiful or pretty about these. They are just disposable wands because while I'm doing my eyelashes, I can put this on my eyelashes. Then I blame my mum for this purchase because she put it in my basket. This is the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Body Moisturizer, I think. Yeah, body cream. I really love anything with coconut oil in it. It just works really well on my skin and on my body. So she said to me, you love coconut oil, here, get this. So I did. And it smells like a tropical holiday, like most Palmer's products do. So you just get a little like tray to sit in there to protect it, and then that's what it actually looks like on the inside. It is just a thick body cream, but it smells really good. So give that a go on my legs when I've shaved them, so good times. The next thing that I picked up is the John Frieda Color Refreshing Gloss. Same line of I was doing my hair. So I wanted to pick this up because apparently this is very, very good for when you have dyed your hair, and it sort of helps bring back a bit of color a few weeks later. So it is essentially just a bottle that looks like that. And I got this in the black. And basically when you're washing your hair, you can put a little bit of this through and it will just va-va-voom the black tones. So obviously I would want to bring out more of the blue tone, but you know, they don't do it in blue. So I picked it up in black, and it basically just helps your hair to look better and healthier and shinier and all of that good stuff. So I thought I would give it a go. The next thing was because it was on sale and I needed a new eye cream anyway. So I picked up the Swiss Argan Anti-Aging Eye Cream. I have read a few reviews about this and apparently it is quite good. So I thought I would just give it a go and try and pull it out for you. See, this is why my nails are damaged, because I've been opening a lot of things lately and they just flake off. So this is what the eye cream looks like. Very, very simple packaging, nothing too spectacular there. And you can just unscrew the lid and dab it out. So I will probably do a blog post or something like that when I've actually used it enough to be able to tell if it does anything good. It does claim that it is anti-aging. It's a natural soothing 3-in-1 eye cream, luxuriously formulated to assist with fine lines and wrinkles. I don't really have that problem yet, but prevention is key. And it says the key active ingredients: argan oil, which is good for anti-aging, vitamin K2, which is soothing, so that helps the appearance of skin tone and dark circles. I do have dark circles. And caffeine, which is an antioxidant, works to calm and firm the skin, reducing puffiness. So I will give this a go and let you know. Then I just picked up another sort of housekeeping product, just some face wipe pad things. I really like these ones. They're just big square ones. I've already opened them because I needed to get in there, but this is all they look like. They're just square cotton rounds. So I really like them. They're affordable. They do the job. They're good with micellar water, all of that sort of good stuff. Then more housekeeping. I picked up the Palmolive Foaming Antibacterial Gel. This is in the scent Sweet Pea. I just like these in the bathroom, by the sink, all of that sort of stuff. Just smell good. The last thing that I got from this first bag is the Redwin Vitamin E Cream. I actually picked this up for my sister because she's recently had a baby, and it is good for her tummy, so like stretch marks and things like that. But I forgot to give it to her, so chances are I will never give it to her, and I will somehow find a use for this in my own house. Okay, so on to bag 2, which is more cosmetics, but a little bit more housekeeping. So I'll continue with the housekeeping first. I picked up some Listerine Cool Mint. Now, this is not for my teeth or brushing my teeth or whatever. I'm actually going to put this into a foot bath because my feet have been super dry this summer. They're very flaky, like TMI, but like they're very flaky and cracked and they're starting to bleed a little bit. So I wanted to do a foot bath, and I saw on Pinterest that if you put some Listerine or some sort of mouthwash, so something that can kill bacteria, that sort of thing, and vinegar into a foot bath, it actually really helps the dead skin to come up off your feet. So I'm actually going to give that a go probably tonight because I'm really sick of my feet, and then put very thick moisturizer on and sleep overnight with it. So that's why I picked this up. It's a double thing. I could probably swirl this in my mouth, but we'll give it a go on my feet. Then I also got just some good old deodorant. This is just the Dove Original. I got it in the small one so I could put it into my handbag. I really like Dove deodorant. Nothing else to say. Good clean scent. Keeps me sweaty free. Final housekeeping thing before we move on to some more cosmetics is just some wet ones. Again, very handy to have in your handbag or your car. I have a really big packet in my car and it gets used nearly every time I'm in the car. So, okay, now on to the fun stuff. So this is what I mean by if you are shopping for cosmetics and the brands like Rimmel, Revlon, Maybelline and L'Oreal are your target brands, go to Chemist Warehouse. Otherwise, I have to call you an idiot because you are just wasting your cash. For example, one of the things that I picked up is the, okay, let me just pull something out of the pile here. So I picked up the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid. I have seen a couple of videos on this and it looks really nice, so I wanted to give it a go. Now, this was retailing for $15.95. I paid $9.39. So you can already see, I'm saving that dollar. I do want to give this a swatch though, because they didn't have any available for swatching. So I just sort of guessed which one to pick up. Because I am pale, I literally just got the light one, the 100 light. So it is just a squeezy tube. Oh, it's just a squeezy tube. It does have a little seal cap on it, so I know no one messed around with it, which is great. So that is what it looks like there on the back of my hand, and then blend it in. Ooh, that's pretty. So that's what it looks like there, blended in. Very nice, very nice. Next thing that I picked up was one of the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I got mine in the shade 15 Fair. I love this concealer for under the eyes, especially if you've had a bad night like sleeping and you have dark circles. This shit's got you covered. So yeah, like I said, I got that one in Fair. I paid $8.69. Normally it would be $14.95. Then the next thing that I picked up is some brow stuff. So I've already had this one before. This is the brow satin that Maybelline has released last year, maybe the year before. And it's one of those double-ended ones. So one end you have this weird little puff thing, and on the other end it is a retractable pencil. And I've used this before. I actually really like it. So on the end with the puff, it's actually brow powder. And obviously the other end is the pencil. So you can use the other end to shape. So you can use the pencil end to shape your brows and use the puffy powder end to actually fill it in. I actually really like it. The next thing that I picked up is a translucent powder because I needed one for baking. So I got the Rimmel Match Perfection powder. I have had this one before. I really like it for baking. This is just in the translucent shade or transparent shade. And it is just a basic, it's got a little puff thing there. I really like it for baking, so I picked up another one because I was out. The next thing that I got is back to Maybelline, and this was on their new stand. It is called the Curvitude Liner. So I really like the Maybelline Master Precise Liner. I think that one's a lot of fun. Just, it's a good eyeliner. And so I picked this one up to see how it compared. Now this one, Curvitude Liner, right, $18.95 real price. I got it for $10.99, so $11 basically. Now I am going to rip this out of the packaging because I really want to swatch it. Again, they didn't have one available to play with, which I can't understand, but it does irritate me a little bit. Okay, so I'm guessing the reason why the packaging is the way that it is so you can get closer to the lash line to make a really good flick. Does it bend? No, it doesn't bend. So that is what the tip looks like there. So it's just a felt tip, but it's got a couple of weird little bubbles on it. So, ooh, okay, very, very light. And then you can obviously make thin lines or thick lines. So you can see it there on the back of my hand. It's not bleeding much at all. Actually, it's not bleeding at all. And you can get a varying depth of line. So if you want a really thick line or a really thin line. So I will maybe do a product trials on this one separately or blend it in with another video. But either way, I will let you know how I get on with that one and how it lasts all day. The second last product that I picked up is another one that I got with the specific intention of doing a product trials. And it is the new, well, for Australia, the new Tattoo Brow by Maybelline. So I probably won't be able to do this video for a little while because I would have already done my brows. In fact, I have already done my brows. So they are looking quite full at the moment, so there's really no point in putting another product on over the top of it because you're just not going to get an authentic look. So I will wait until my eyebrows have grown out or the color has faded before I actually do this one. But that is what it looks like out of the packaging. I got mine in grey brown because it was the darkest one, and obviously I have black hair ish. So I wanted to get it darker, and essentially what you're essentially what you're supposed to do with this is paint it on, and so it would look very, very thick. You let it set and then you peel it off, and then you're supposed to have color left behind. So that is what the brush looks like on that there. So it's very thick, and then just on the back of my hand, I'm just going to draw it in and we'll see what happens. I won't leave it there because I don't actually want it to stain the back of my hand. But that is what it looks like just as a colour and a liquid. So nothing too special there, but as I said, you let it dry and then you peel it off and it leaves colour and a stain behind. And apparently, according to the marketing, it's supposed to last for 3 days. So yeah, so there it is there on the side of the box, basically what it's supposed to do. So apply, let it set and peel it off. Right, so I can already tell you that when you are using that product, if you buy the tattoo brow thing, mate, if you put it anywhere, be careful, because that was literally on the back of my hand for 15 seconds and it has done that. It has actually left a little mark. So if you are using that product, color between the lines, and if you get it overdrawn, very quickly wipe it off, because otherwise you will be left with a mark. Anyway, the last thing that I picked up is actually the only reason I went into what's it called, Chemist Warehouse for this trip. It is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. Now, why did I pick this up? Because I was watching beauty videos and Nakia Joy and Nikki Tutorials, and I can't remember who else I watched, but I watched quite a few. And they were all saying that this foundation is next to godliness. And I thought, that's what I want. So I raced out and spent my money on it. Now, I have no idea if this shade's gonna work for me, because I tried about 4 different shades in the store, which is why if you're foundation shopping, go into the store if you can, or at least know your shade before you purchase it, because the shade that I was originally going to pick up was way too light for me. However, I will say that I put about 4 different shades on the back of my hand, and by the time I'd finished my circulation of the store, they had all oxidized. So be careful with that. I got 28 soft beige, so make sure you do that because it does oxidize. And I have to say, even on the back of my hand, this shit was full coverage. Like, it covered my veins. It made my skin on the back of my hand look superb. So I'm really excited to actually put this on my face when it is not 37 degrees outside and actually see how it wears. So I probably will do a product trials on this one in the coming videos. So if you want to see that, make sure you do subscribe. Full price, again, is $24.95 and I paid $13.99. So I will say it one more time in case you have not been listening. If you live in Australia and if you need to get cosmetics, please go and check out Chemist Warehouse because you will save money. I think Maybelline was on a particular deal. Yeah, okay, so at the bottom it even tells you. So Maybelline was 40% off recommended retail. You don't always get it like that, but they always do stock the prices lower than recommended retail price. So even if you don't have it on sale, almost always, all of their cosmetics are cheaper than what you would find it somewhere else. Maybe by $1 or $2, but they are almost always cheaper. And as I said, they always have sales. I don't think I've ever walked down a cosmetic aisle in a Chemist Warehouse where it was not like 40% off, 50% off all the time. So if you are looking for cosmetics and you're in Australia, just do yourself the favor and have a look at Chemist Warehouse. Save yourself some money, because the amazing thing is, even on their docket, they actually tell you how much you save. So it actually says, like, I'll show you there. You may not be able to read that, but it does say like the item and then like why pay and then like what you actually paid, right? Then down the bottom, it says how much you actually saved because it knows recommended retail prices. So out of this whole shop, I saved $53 just because I went there instead of somewhere else. That's it for this video. If you do like videos like this where they're just sort of random hauls of what I happened to pick up when I was being naughty, then give it a thumbs up to let me know. If you have purchased anything recently, I would like to know.